Hi, it's Friday the 23rd of January 2026 and welcome to this week's My Thoughts vlog. Now, as usual, it's unscripted and as you might see, the setting's slightly different. I'm outside St Helens Hospital, just dropping mum off for an appointment. So I thought I'd try to do this video while I was waiting. So things of significance this week were we obviously had the Hillsborough bill debate pulled from Parliament, and there was a speech by the Minister in Parliament saying why. Basically, it's a good thing. It really is a good thing. It's positive. It was all to do with the clause that would allow exemption for the security services. That has been pulled. Now, that is in itself major. That is great. And what we wanted to ensure, and what we still really need to ensure, and I think it's the case, is that it doesn't get reintroduced at a later stage, or shoved in some schedule at the back or something like that, and that we still have Ian's amendments. They still need to go forward, but for now all is good, and I think it's really positive because it shows that the government are actually prepared to listen to people. The meetings that they had with the families, I think, worked. They listened, and at the end of the day they saw sense, and that's really encouraging. And hopefully that's a kind of template for how this government are going to be in the future. Who knows? But why was it so important to get the security services exemption removed? Well, you've probably heard a lot about Manchester Arena and the fact that the MI5 took 6 years to tell the truth, and I think they lied and misled the courts. It's not the first time they've done it. If you think back to, there was a case, if you Google BBC Beth case, basically this lady was dating a fella and he attacked her with a machete, and he was a neo-Nazi domestic abuser basically, but he used his role as an MI5 agent to coercively control her, which is not on. And it was found that MI5 gave false evidence to 3 different courts in that case. Disgraceful. Nobody's been held accountable. And also, going further back to the troubles in Northern Ireland, there was a fella called Scappaticci. He was also known as Steak Knife, and he was quite a senior IRA member, and he was also a British agent. He was recruited by the Brits. Now, one of his roles, he was head of something called, colloquially, the Nutting Squad. Basically, their job was to seek out and execute informers from within the ranks of the IRA, and he was implicated in 14 murders. A report in 2025 found that he actually killed more people than he saved, and MI5, it turns out, were aware of his activities and allowed him to continue. They could have saved lives, but they didn't want to blow his cover. Now that to me is disgraceful. Saving lives should be it should be the sole aim. And even though he was wanted by the Irish police for conspiracy to murder, he, I think on more than one occasion, was flown away on holiday on British military transport planes. And I think since then he's dead now, but he had his new identity and all that stuff. But the fact that MI5 at the time were aware of his activities, aware of the intelligence he was gathering as well, and did nothing to stop people being killed, is disgraceful. So if you want to know why the security services need to be held to the same standards of truth as everybody else, that's it. You could even argue they're one of the worst. I mean, where else do you hear things that bad? I mean, that's disgraceful behaviour. So there's just 3 examples. Manchester Arena, BBC Beth case, and Scappaticci, steak knife. Those 3 alone are reasons not to give the security service exemption from Hillsborough law. And that's why, no matter what happens, it can never ever get reintroduced, this exemption. Never. Nobody will stand for it. But the fact that it wasn't is really, really encouraged. The fact that it wasn't included, it was pulled, I think it's great news. And one thing it shows you is that, you know, this whole Hillsborough law and getting, you know, working behind the scenes to get clauses right and things like that, it really shows you people power can work. I mean, you often hear, especially when it comes to things like voting, what difference can I make? I'm just one person. Well, yeah, we all are just one person, aren't we? But when you get together, amazing things can happen, can't they? You can become very, very powerful. Strength in numbers. And yeah, it took time, but look at the achievements when a group of people got together and were determined to change the state, change the culture of the state. Practically there, almost done it. You know, so next time, if anyone's watching this who's thinking there's a situation that needs sorting out, but I can't do it, well, find a group of like-minded people, get together and see where it takes you, because anything's possible, really. So I guess that's kind of all I really wanted to say today. I'm just going to sit here, wait for Mum. God knows how long that'll be. But got my van, got my radio, so I'll be happy. So have a good weekend, and thanks for watching. Any questions, as usual, chuck them in the comments or contact me somehow and I'll answer them. And have a good one. And don't forget to watch the Traitors final tonight. Oh, but I might not actually get to put this on tonight because I've still got a bit of a busy day. But if I don't, I'll put it on tomorrow on Saturday. So could be tonight, could be Saturday. Anyway, I digress. Have a good weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.